All with it. Guarded now by Irving. 5 on the clock. Fades back. Good for 2.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped to center stage now.
And going back to Jack, he can help you offensively. He gets in the lane, he draws fouls, he does a good job taking care of the ball. I hate to use the term, Steve, but I'm gonna. He truly is the jack of all trades.
Well, Jack also liked to jack it up from long range.
I think he was over 40%.
He sure was.
Yeah.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Here's Porter. The shot misses. Great D that time from Karsov. Irving up top, covered by Wall.
아 이게 무슨 나쁜 패스야.
Irving a screen on Harrington. On the wing, Irving. And that goes to the back of the rim and
아 20점 차야
Irving's
그래도.
got 10 points here in the second
게임
half.
겁나 하기 싫어져.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blow.
얘는
Back fourth
강팀인가?
quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. Bennett is out there with Dang, and it's Boss in at the 5, roaming the paint. Wall passes to Nene, and the shot is good. Nene's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Wizards. Irving against Wall. He dishes it to Waiters. There's a good screen.
Oh yeah.
Finish at the bucket.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days.
내 점수만 올려야겠다.
Finger roll.
Wizards leading by 20.
팀 이거 망했어.
Outside Wall. The baseline jam. And he gets the jumper to
이거
drop.
망했어 이
Despite
팀은.
the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's
더 이상
getting it
꿈과
going.
희망이 없어.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for Cleveland. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Jarrett Jack was a strong contender last season for Sixth Man of the Year. Had that wonderful season with the Warriors. Now fortifying the backcourt for the Cavaliers. Great veteran presence for this young team on and off the court.
Deal with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Here's Miller. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and getting contact there. And going back to Jarrett Jack with his size, able to defend the 1 or the 2, you know, pretty capably night in and night out.
And that enables this team to use him with a number of different looks. They can play him at the 1
아,
and
또
spread the
너무
shooters
양보해.
around him. Or, you know, they can also play him off the ball because he's such a good shooter.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Then kicks to Bennett. There's the pick. Right side Jack. Cleveland moving it around. Shots
Okay.
by Waiters.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Back to Ariza. The feed to Nene. Ariza outside. Passes it to Miller. Defended by Jack. Tries from 10.
와 이걸 넣었어. 아씨.
And the Wizards lead
아
by
너무해.
And their field goal
너무해
percentage
진짜.
continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Here's Dang. The rebound by Gortat.
아 미안.
Gortat's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage
의욕이
in
없어서.
that category, it's still a significant factor.
Boy, he made a nice little
너무
bounce
심하게
pass there. We
올리고
call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Jack up on top, covered by Miller. Here's Waiters. The three-pointer, no good.
No
리바운드도 하고
excuses
싶지
there. Got a
않고.
really good look at the basket after being freed up. by the
감독님 저
pick.
벤치 들어가면 안
We say it
될까요?
all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
저 벤치 가면 안
Beal dishes
될까요?
to Gortat. Feeds it to Beal. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That's his first foul.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Now, here is Gortat. He's guarded closely. Outside for Beal. On deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
나 진짜 이적해야겠다.
Cleveland's gone 1
진짜.
2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jack against Miller. And Jack kicks to Waiters. Bennett. Back to Jack. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against Charlotte.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Dang, can't get it to
아하,
It's been a great
제발.
day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
go. Miller kicks to Gortat.
어,
The rebound by Bennett. Bennett's got his third rebound tonight. Here's Dang.
아, 저걸 못
Can't stop the run
넣어.
as he misses.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Miller outside. Pass to Gortat. Ariza outside. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Miller, no luck.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Waiters passes to Boss. The kick out to Jack. Out of bounds.
아, 뭐야, 나
Washington takes
턴오버야.
possession.
아, 뭐만
They couldn't
하려고
look up
하면은,
there on
아니,
what
너가
was really a
턴오버였니?
pretty basic pass.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game
아,
clock.
존나 막 의욕이 엄청 떨어진다.
Miller dishes to Webster. Kicks it to Porter. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
There's the pick. Pass to Karasov. Dellavedova. Here's the three. He can't.
우와,
And so it's Washington easily grabbing the
24점 차요?
put on a show tonight. Thoroughly controlled.
완전 완패인데?
Well, you guys had a great shooting
오신
night.
분
but
추천하고
somehow we're the
제그찾기
better team.
감사합니다.
What happened out there that prevented you from getting the win?
그 경기 이겼어야 했어.
Yeah. It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now some of you might still be in that place.
아,
If you're trying to get out, just follow me. I'll get you there. You can try and read my lyrics off of this paper before I lay 'em, but you won't take the sting out these words before I say 'em. Cause ain't no way I'm gonna let you stop me from causing mayhem. When I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. I don't give a what you think. I'm doing this for me. So
다음 또 위자드야?
How can he? From
아
his
위자드 리매치야?
we make it cool to be.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team. Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, taking a look at Kyrie Irving. What do you think we'll see from him today?
Well, you have to love a point guard who can get his
오,
own shot
뺏었다.
at any time.
그렇지
because
그렇지.
when
뭔가 좀
the
노래
game
달란 말이야.
slows down, shot clock winds down. You need somebody to be able
그걸 못
to
넣어.
create a shot. That's exactly what Irving can do.
And it's easy to create shots when you can handle things the way Irving does on the fly. I mean, he'll be heading towards the hoop, see a lane get closed off, change direction, recalibrate, and he's already in the air and making things happen with a floater or knocking down a tough shot.
Wizards will kick off their road trip right here. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
I guarantee you the adrenaline is already flowing from both sides. I mean, this means a little bit more to these players than just any game.
And Steve, it means more to the fans, too. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams get together.
There's the pick. With the lead pass.
오 그렇지 야.
When you look at Irving and how much success he's had early in his NBA career, I think the only thing standing between him and true stardom right now is health. He's just had a lot of nagging injuries. He would love to put together an injury-free season.
Here is Gortat. Following the score by Luol Deng. Gortat the pass to Beal. Just 5 on the clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And that one's good.
아 저걸로.
That's 7 points for John Wall. And for Kyrie Irving, his first All-Star appearance last season and just Clark his second year.
Well, you look at his age and what he's doing, really a skilled scorer and playmaker already with size and athleticism. I like his savvy, too, Kevin. He's very slick in how he gets around the basketball court. This kid has a chance to perhaps be an MVP caliber in a few more years. Going into the season, the hopes were high for the Cavs this past year, but the injury bug really derailed them. Injuries to Irving, Thompson, Zeller, and the big one to Varejao really threw them off kilter in terms of having a decent season.
And going back to the injuries for Cleveland last year, Clark was just talking about the Varejao injury was huge as he provided so much for them in the interior. And Irving was in and out of the lineup for a good part of the season. Steve, it was a disaster.
It really was. I'll tell you what, when Varejao and Irving were in together, they were fun to watch. They were pretty good. But once those guys got hurt, there was no consistency with the lineup, and the young team just went south as the season went on.
Boy, the Wizards had a hard time getting wins against the rest of the conference, and it's a big part of why they never built any momentum up at any point of the season. When you can't find it in your ability to beat other teams in your conference, it's a long season.
제발.
And it's out
어떻게
of bounds
그걸
for the
하나 못
Cavaliers as
넣어?
Cleveland retains possession. Well, in terms of rebounding over the last 10 games, these are the rookies that have been head and shoulders above the rest. Third is Anthony Bennett.
Well, he gets off the ground really well, and I think that's what sets him apart from some of the other rookies on that list.
아니 뭐야 나한테
Yeah, he's
패스한 거야
got
지금?
major bounce in him, doesn't he? I mean, this guy can really elevate.
Ariza with it. He's picked up by Deng. Shot by Wall. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Well, back to the Wizards. 52 games this season are played in conference, and they struggled against the East, so it really did create a huge roadblock for them. Only 15 conference wins for them, and Steve, that was the second fewest in the East.
Yeah, the East, as we know, last
Oh,
year was
좋아,
really
좋아.
weak, so that number is pretty alarming, especially when you consider how well Washington played down the stretch.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I spoke briefly with Randy
아니
Whitman. He said that the key to the
왜
game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
And thank you for that, Doris.
나도
Here's Deng. And it's
나달라고.
with time running down to the shot clock. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Wall.
오,
And it's
좋았어.
rebounded by Cleveland. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. That was a really ugly game for them.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder about the game plan, but really, it was more about a lack of execution than anything else.
Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by John Wall. Here's Boss. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from
파울했어.
Gortat. And there's the call on Boss. That's his first foul.
아, 또 지고 있네.
Wizards leading by 3. Taking a look at the Wizards. Beal and Ariza fill out the perimeter. Trevor Booker is out there with Gooden, and it's Wall in at the point guard position. Now here's Wall. The dish now to Booker. Back to Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. Shot from the wing. Good. Wall's got 9 points.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy. Seemed to be all well and good when John Wall got back to playing about 2 months into last season.
뭐라고요?
Before that, there
우리
was a
팀에게
time
적 팀이
he was scared he would
뛰어들어가면
have to sit out the entire campaign.
Wall against Irving.
놔줘 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 놔달라고 안 줘요 패스 달라고 하면 절대 안 줘요 나 아까 스크린 하지 않았잖아
And
절대 안
that's
준다니까
concerning, Kevin,
그냥
because that
얘네들이
is the
나를
launch
따시는 것
need
같아
for a right-handed player. I mean, he developed some wear and tear on the cartilage under his left kneecap.
아니 봐봐 이러면 나
Doesn't
삐끗 쓰는
regenerate itself, you know. So long term, it might be a problem because athleticism is a huge part of what John Wall is as a player.
Always has been, you're right. Now here's Dang. Following the miss by John Wall. He had a nice open look right there. Waiter's got his second bucket of the night.
Tell you what, since the end of the first quarter, he has really come alive.
그게 말처럼 안 돼요
Wall gets a screen from Booker.
이렇게 하고 싶은데
And Wall. Here we go now. Beal. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
For the Wizards, I thought injuries a big reason they didn't have the season they hoped for. They do have some things they can build off of, though. The one that sticks out to me was how they were able to improve their defense last year and became pretty good at limiting easy shots.
2 on the clock. Here's Irving. Wall with some nice defense.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many
달라고
of them.
해도 안 줘.
Now here's Beal, defended by Waiters. A nice shot by Booker. And going back to what he said, Clark, about the Wizards, they did improve dramatically in terms of defense. And
아 진짜 팀을 바꾸든가 해야지 아
Presented by Sprint.
하마터 얘네들
Welcome to the Sprint Halftime Report. Presented by Sprint.
아 연패야 진짜 이번에 지면 진짜
the second half just about to get
야
going here.
바꿔달라 해야겠어
Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Irving and Waiters, the guards. Bennett is out there with Dang, and it's Boss in at the pivot
왜
spot, manning the middle.
레이업이 안
That's the
하고
group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Wall gets a screen from
쏠
Gortat.
기회가 올 때는 개떡같이 못 싸요
Elbow shot is on the way. Wall's shot is off. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They just couldn't get the ball in the basket that day, guys. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, it's hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yeah, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. They need to work a lot harder to get good shots today.
Anthony Bennett, 6'8", 240 out of UNLV. Incredibly explosive and athletic. A multifaceted scorer. Shot 38% from long range with the Runnin' Rebels in his one season in college, but also an excellent finisher in the paint.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Boss in their last game out against the Wizards wasn't happy with how he played. He chipped in his share of points. A lot of players right now still getting going in this young season. But he's hit a patch here that's not a trend he wants to continue. The coaching staff told me it's not a major concern right now. It's a long season. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Doris. Great job. And you know, even the best players have weak games, Clark, and I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Absolutely. The difference comes in how do you respond. Do you get down and stay down and get in a slump, or do you bounce back, pop back like a jack-in-the-box and come even stronger the next time?
Well, and I would expect him to do just that, Clark. This is a guy who's very mentally tough. I would think he'll bounce right back and have a good one tonight.
Shot denied. And the shot is good. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Irving against Wall. Back to Irving. The three. And that one's good. Irving's got 6. And for back, Clark, he's a guy who teams could slot in either the small forward or I guess in the power forward position.
Well, you consider the wingspan. 7'1", allows him to play bigger than his height would suggest. And I've always said it's not how tall you are, it's how big do you play.
Right.
And his skill set allows him to play on the perimeter, too.
That's good. And that's 13 points for John Wall.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Dishes it to Bennett. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And Waiters kicks to Bennett. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. There's the screen. Up off the screen. Irving's shot is good.
And the offense is flowing.
많이 좁혔다. 오케이. 이 정도면 할 수 있어. 이길 수 있어.
And the Wizards with possession. They've led by as many as 11 points. Miller kicks to Harrington. No good on the triple.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Dang with it. And it's Miller picking him up. Dang goes in. Here is Yao. And he's knocked off course by the knee. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws.
You know, you hate to see a player have the kind of injuries that Varejao has had over the last 3 seasons. In fact, he's only managed to play 81 games.
Wizards making a switch here. Gortat's checked in. And for Varejao through the first month and a half of the season, Clark averaging over 14 points and 14 rebounds a game. He's seen plays for an all-star.
Yeah, he really was on track for one. And not only did he miss the game, but he also lost a $1 million incentive in his contract if he would have made the All-Star team. So that blood clot, which required he shut it down for 3 months, hit him in the pocketbook too.
His health, his injury status is going to be a concern for Cleveland.
오케이. 좋아, 1점 차야. 죽이자. 역전할 수 있어.
Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Porter kicks to Wall. Now the pass to Gortat. Shot clock at 6.
내가 그 페이크에.
Gortat's got 6.
They're forcing the ball inside. It's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
He feeds it to Waiters. To tie. Rebounded by the Wizards. Porter's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively.
이게 왜 득점이야,
they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and
쩔었다.
the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Outside, Wall. Passes it to Nene. Nene, right side. Gortat misses.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
And Waiters kicks to Bennett. Waiters. Off the screen. And
okay.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close.
This Friday.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get...
야, 나 벤치 있었는데 그동안 왜 5점 차가 난 거야?
The Cavaliers trail by 5. So the Wizards 5 right now. Beal and Ariza fill out the perimeter. Gortat is out there with Al Harrington, and it's Miller in at the 1 spot. Bennett kicks to Jack. Gets it to go.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Miller outside. It's Ariza on the wing. Harrington with a screen on deck. Beal dishes to Ariza. And another miss by Washington.
리바운드
Well,
합.
he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
There's a good screen. Waiters passes to Jack. Now the feed to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock.
뭐함?
Beal with the steal.
우리 팀 뭐함? 방금? 내가 스크린 겁나게 해줬는데 그거를
And we're around 2 minutes
no.
into the 4th quarter here. For 3 points, Harrington can't hit, and Cleveland will come the other way. Still anybody's game at this point.
No question, and this becomes a very big possession here.
Dang with it. He's picked up by Ariza.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
못 넣을 거면 나한테
Harrington
공을
kicks
줘,
to Miller.
얘들아, 제발. 부탁이야.
6 to shoot. Pass to Beal. There's the block. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here's Bennett. Waiters. And he was
아,
kicked in
턴오버야.
the lane there
아,
for the
밀어가지고.
second call. Chance now to check out the
아,
Washington
밀어가지고
Wizards' upcoming
턴오버
schedule.
걸려.
Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto.
어,
That
속
will
터져.
conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Nene,
아,
he's
속이
checked
너무
in for
터진다.
Washington. Wizards leading by 3. Washington calls timeout. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
Miller dishes to Nene. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
아, 속 터져.
That's on Anthony Bennett.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
And really his size and passing ability, an unusual combination. He can really find an open teammate.
You know, that's something that can get overlooked for your bigger, taller players, but passing the ball well and having size to go with it, that can make a huge difference.
They set the pick. Jack with it. Now
좋아.
Jack's shot is good. Jack's got 4 points in the quarter.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Miller outside. Back to Nene. Ariza outside. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
어, 그렇지.
Jack's got 4 rebounds in this game. The Cavaliers trail by 4. On the wing, Dang. Latrey.
오케이.
The assist.
좋아, 좋아. 1점만, 1점만. 1점만. 이번에 맞고 넣으면 돼.
They are killing them with that three-point
이번에
shot
맞고
here in the
넣으면
second
돼.
half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Here's Beal.
이번에 막자.
Goes back up.
막자.
Nene getting it to go in. And the Wizards lead by 3.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
Jack passes to Waiters. Doubled by Gortat. Bennett kicks to Waiters. Clock at 6. The jump hook. And
오, 들어갔어.
John Wall's checked in for Andre Miller.
이번에 막아. 이번에 잘라 먹자.
1:36 left in the game. It's Wall with the drive.
아하!